It turns out CandiBactin AR and BR are combination formulas that I like and have used quite a bit of. So, so just for anyone who doesn't know, Dr. Jerry Mullen, a lovely person, friend from Johns Hopkins and several other institutions, published a herbal antibiotic for SIBO study that was done on Metagenics, CandiBactin-AR and BR, and biotics, dysbiocide and FC-cidal. And they were like, it was either the Metagenics or the biotics that they used, and they had success, great success. And so we were so thrilled when finally this came out, because we had no published proof that the herbs that we were using were working. We had our before and after tests, but so now then we could point to this and be like, see, they work. So, so we used them at that time. We'd actually known about them before from talking to Dr. Mullen, but we gave them a good fair shake. And what I can tell you from our experience is that the FC-cidal and dysbiocide, we found not to work as well as we would want. Now, in the study, they were published saying they worked, but that just wasn't our experience. What I did find is that they seem to work on the kind of patient that none of the normal things that we use work for. So I identify this as the unusual patient. So, you know, we would do our normal, you know, berberine, neem, oregano, all these things, and it just wouldn't click, it wouldn't take. Then I would try FC-cidal and dysbiocide, you know, initially after I first used it and I thought it didn't work so well, then I would try that, and often it would click. So I sort of reserve that for the person where the normal things don't work, the normal things that I use. Now, the CandiBactin AR and BR, the BR stands for berberine, and the AR stands for aromatic oils. And so actually this CandiBactin AR and BR is extremely similar to what we had already been studying and found to work. Basically, it's berberine plus oregano, because the AR has oregano, thyme, and a few other components in there. There are other ingredients as well. So it's very, very similar to what we already do, because we do berberine and oregano as a standard protocol for hydrogen. So, so we like that very much. The problem that we found with it is that the berberine, the doses that were used in the study was 2 BID of each. And that is much lower berberine than we had been finding we needed with our patients. So there's a range of berberine that dose that seems to work for practitioners. Many practitioners are sort of in the mid-range of dose. The CandiBactins, the 2 BID is low, very low. Many people find mid-range work. Our group tended to need to use high dose because we had very challenging patients, you know, where many things wouldn't work on them. And we couldn't have reliability with lower mid dose at all. We have to go for full high dose. So, so that's one thing to consider if a person has tried the CandiBactin AR BR and it hasn't quite done the job. Often the doses need to be higher, at least of the BR, if not of the AR. The other thing to think about always when you're using combination formulas is how suited are they in the situation of methane or hydrogen sulfide, and particularly methane. So the CandiBactins and the FC-cidal dysbiocide don't have anything in there for methane. And so that's another reason why we sort of just didn't really use these formulas too much. But I have them on my website because it's what's proven and studied, and I was thrilled to be able to show that to people.